Hello, BookTube people. So I am trying to make a simple, easy, quick, short video regarding all the books that I might be reading in July, or hope to read, or hope to at least start. And so in July, there are a lot of events, and my events that I plan to take part in are Sustainability July, Summer of Sport, Jane Austen July, a Van Gogh buddy read, a theology Discord group, and of course, Summer of Sport. Oh, I said that already. Anyhow, there's just a lot going on. So, for Sustainability July, which is an event that is organized by Faith at Faith and Books, I am planning to read a book about California water. It's called The Dreamt Land, Chasing Water and Dust Across California. Now that might sound kind of dry and boring to you, but I've been reading really good reviews. People are saying it's a fascinating book, and so don't let me down. I am really hoping that this is going to be good. I have a thing for California because I've lived in this state most of my life. I was born here. Don't blame me. I didn't decide where I was going to be born, but here I am. And so in a lot of the state, water is an issue. And I have lived down in that part of the state before. Now I live north of there. I live up near the Oregon border where there is a lot of water and rivers, creeks, swimming holes, but that isn't the case down in the southern parts of California where water is definitely problematic. So for the Summer of Sport, I am still reading a book about swimming. It is Swimming Pretty, The Untold Story of Women in Water. It's about the swimming events. Yes. What is it called? Synchronized swimming. And, the first thing that I noticed in that book that really surprised me was that Benjamin Franklin, when he was young, was a person who did a lot of these synchronized swimming type movements in the water, and he was known for that. So you never think of Benjamin Franklin as a young guy swimming in a river in England, but there he was. And so just think about that. Before the women started doing synchronized swimming events, there was Benjamin Franklin and others like him who were doing a lot of these types of movements in the water. Great fun. Interesting book. And so for Jane Austen July, I'm not really taking part in the event because I never do. It's just too much for me. There's too many requirements, and I just never have time in July for that. So I have decided I'm just going to be reading Mansfield Park. Now, I confess I have never read this book all the way through. I've read some of her other books, and I've never read Mansfield Park. Well, I did try maybe 2 years ago. I tried to read this, and it didn't get very far. I don't know why, I can't remember, but the book didn't grab me. So I have decided to order an annotated version of Mansfield Park and try again. I will be using this along with an audio version, and I hope I will get through it this time. We will find out together. And so I'm still doing the Van Gogh buddy read with Faith and Deirdre, and liking that book a lot. Van Gogh has his problems, but the art part of the book is pretty impressive. And there's a theology Discord group that Faith has started, and you're welcome to it if you want to. We're doing a Summer of Paul, which means that we're going to be reading all the books in the Bible that were written by Paul. Plus, we're reading a book called The Lord by Romano Guardini, and that is pretty comprehensive. It's over 600 pages, and I don't know, I'm just going along for the ride and learning a lot about insights that Romano Guardini had about the Lord. And Right now, I am reading The Story of My Life by Helen Keller. I'm doing that USA road trip reading adventure, and that's going to be my Alabama book because she was born and raised in Alabama. But I'm more than halfway through that book right now, and it's amazing how much she did with her life, considering the fact that she couldn't see or hear. And very impressive person, very impressive book, although it is short. And uh, another book that I just finished this month, I think I finished it on the first day of the month, was Three Men in a Boat, because I had heard it recommended several times by that guy over there on the other side of book two. And I don't know, he seemed to like it. It's got a lot of humor. It was pretty interesting, sort of like a classic. And well, I did review it over on Goodreads, where I review all my books. Another book that I'm currently reading, it is an audiobook. It is The Indian Creek Chronicles, A Winter Alone in the Wilderness by Peter Fromm. Now, you all may know, I just read a book by a man who walked across the Bitterroot Mountains in sort of the winter. He actually, I guess, finished up his trek in November. Well, this is the same area, Bitterroot Mountains, and it's a different author. This one is about a man who takes on a job where he has to live in a tent in the Bitterroot Mountains all winter long. And so far, it seems like he's not very well prepared for the event. So, the last thing on my list of possibilities for this month is Uncle Tom's Cabin, because I just listened to Erion's review over at Book Zealots and was very impressed and thought maybe that is a book that I would like to start reading right away. So I just got a copy. And so I think that pretty much covers everything. And I'll talk to you in another video, probably sooner than you think.